students. Welcome to the online class of Practical once again, class 9. Today, I am going to start a new topic that is on grammar. Since we have completed the text portion and we have also done notice writing. So before moving to the other portion of writing, I am going to discuss a little bit grammar. So today's topic is narration or speech. Narration is also called as speech. So today's class is all about narration or speech. We are going to discuss how we change the narration from direct to indirect as well as from indirect to direct. So when we are going to change narration from direct to indirect, we have to follow certain rules and regulations. And we are going to discuss all about that. So what kind of things or rules we have to apply when we change the narration from direct to indirect. So narration is called speech because we can have a speech of a speaker in narration. It's nothing, a simple thing, it's not difficult at all actually. So direct narration. Narration is divided into two. One is direct narration and the other is indirect narration. Narration দুই প্ৰকাৰৰ এক হৈছে direct narration আৰু দুটো হৈছে indirect narration. These are two narrations we have. So when the narration is in direct form, what exactly it try to say actually? This is what I am going to tell you. I am just give a simple example of that. Suppose Rahul and Rakti, the two characters. Rahul and Rakti do the story. So when Rahul is supposed to say something to Rakti, he will speak that particular statement in a direct way. Rahul যদি Rakti মোক কিবা কথা ক'বলৈ হয়, তেওঁ ডাইৰেক্ট স্পীচত কথাটো ক'ব। Okay, সেইটো ডাইৰেক্ট narration. And the thing which Rahul supposed to say Rakti, that particular thing will be given in inverted comma, that particular statement. Say, Rahul said to Rakti, I will not go to school today. So this is the statement of Rahul which he conveyed to Rakti. In কথাটোৱে Rahul কৈছে, this is within inverted comma. That মই আজি স্কুল হয়তো নাযাওঁ. This is what Rahul said to Rakti. And here only two persons are here. One is speaker, that is Rahul, and another is listener, that is Rakti. And a statement which Rahul gave to Rakti, it is in direct narration. So what is indirect? Suppose the same statement, if Rakti conveyed this particular statement to his teacher, how he will say that? That is indirect. একটা কথা যে রাহুলের স্টেটমেন্ট রক্তি যদি থার্ড person ক'বলগীয়া হয়, when he supposed to convey the same message to the third person, whether he is a teacher or one of his friends as well. So the thing which he conveyed to the third person, that will indirect narration. That is not difficult at all. And when he said that particular thing, he will make little bit change into the statement. The change which Rakti will make when he conveys the statement to the third person, That will be the indirect narration. I will solve the problem. Rahul told Rakim that I will not go to school today. Take a statement. Rahul's statement. Take a Rahul because I will because. Rakim's statement to teacher give up. Rahul's statement. I will not hear. So definitely the subject will be changed and it will become he. Okay. So when the narration is in direct form, when the tense is simple future, we need to make it past form of future. That is why he would not go to school that day. So this is indirect narration. Now told Rakim that he would not go to school that day. So today becomes that day in the indirect narration. So there is certain things which change in indirect narration. This that will become that. And then so many things I will teach you later on. So if there is today in the direct narration, in indirect, that will become that day. Okay. Tense has been changed. It is changed into past form of future, and today has changed into that day. So this is how. So if you see, the meaning of these two sentences are similar. Meaning or কোনো চেঞ্জ হোৱা নাই। আমি দুটা সেন্টেন্সতে এটা কথাই বুজিছো যে এই ৰাহুল নামৰ ল'ৰাটো সেই দিনটো ভাটি স্কুল নাযাব। সেইটো কথাই ইয়াতো কৈছে ইয়াত ডাইৰেক্টলি কৈছে ইয়াত ইনডাইৰেক্টলি কৈছে। ইয়াত ইনডাইৰেক্টলি কিয় কৈছে? কাৰণ ৰাহুলৰ কথাটো কোনে কৈছে? ৰক্তিমে কৈছে, ৰাহুলে নিজে কোৱা নাই। So that is why these things happen. Okay. So this is how we change narration from direct to indirect. I just give you a very idea of that. I will give detailed description of it later on. So when the narration is in direct form, we have to identify two very important things. So I would like to give you an example of that. He said to me, I am writing a letter. This is another example of direct narration. So what I am going to tell you about the thing is that, so in this particular sentence, which is in direct form, he said to me, I am writing a letter. He মোক কৈছিল যে মই চিঠি এখন লিখি আছো. This is a statement which this particular he has given to you. Okay. So yes, we can find two things here. This is called reporting verb, and this is called reported speech. So narration is the direct অবস্থা থাকে. We can have two sentences. One is the left portion of comma and another is the right portion of the comma, which is within the inverted comma. So the section which is the left portion of the comma, it is called reporting verb, and the section which is within the inverted comma, it is called reported speech. So when we make sense narration from direct to indirect, the changes which we are supposed to make, it basically depends on reporting verb. So what is a crucial thing regarding reporting verb is that we have to identify the tense of the reporting verb. I mean reporting verb or tense to আমি কি কৰিব লাগিব identify koribo paribo lagibo which tense the reporting verb is. So in this particular sentence, the reporting verb is in past indefinite. The tense of reporting verb is past indefinite because after the subject, this is the second form of verb. Okay. And next, you have to identify the tense of the reported speech. So in this particular sentence, what is the tense of the reported speech? This is present continuous. How we come to know that this particular sentence is present continuous? Because you can see am being verb after the subject, and then we can also see ing with verb. So these particular two things confirm that the tense of this sentence is present continuous. Okay, এই দুইটা সেন্টেন্স আমি প্রথমটা দুইটা সেন্টেন্সৰ reporting verb আমি tense identify কৰিব লাগিব, তাৰ পিছত reported speech আমি tense identify কৰিব পাৰিব লাগিব. So why I am telling this particular point? Because there is a rule in narration: if the tense of the reporting verb is past, then the tense of the reported speech will be correspondence past. That means if it is present continuous in indirect speech, it will become past continuous. Present continuous will be changed into past continuous in the indirect narration. But if the tense of the reported verb is not past, it is not compulsory that the tense of the reporting verb will be always past. Hotai the past hobo tar kono mane nai. Sometimes it may be present as well as future as well. So if the tense of the reporting verb is present or future, then we don't have to make any change in the tense of reported speech. I repeat, যদি reporting verb or tense to যদি past নহয়, suppose present or future যদি হয়, তেতিয়া আমি indirect narration কৰোতে reported speech or tense or কোনো সালসলনি কৰিব নালাগে। যিটো tense আছে আমি indirect formটা সেইটো tense তে ৰাখিলে হৈ যাব। Okay, this is very important regarding changing narration. I am going to tell you what are the important things, or you can say what are the rules or discipline which we have to follow when we change narration from direct to indirect. So this is the headline. How we change narration from direct to indirect. This is the most essential part of regarding changing narration. You have to know these things, otherwise you are always in confusion when we change narration from direct to indirect. তুমি নিজেই কথাটো গম নাপাবা যে কৰা narration শুদ্ধ হৈছে না ভুল হৈছে। If you able to comprehend this particular thing, or I must say that you have to take a conception regarding this particular thing. As a concept to lobo para, confidently you can solve any kind of narration. And narration is a kind of thing which is always essential for your examination. It is not only required in 9th standard, it is also in 10th and 12th as well. Higher secondary second year we can do it one o'clock. So this is the right opportunity for you to learn such things. Okay. So how we change narration from direct to indirect? The rule number 1. It is not possible for me to write down all the rules. I am just explaining you. Okay. So I will try to explain it as slowly as I can. So that I hope if you could, when you see the video, if you could write down these things, I hope it will help you in the future. The first important thing, the first rule regarding changing narration is that, so when we change the narration from direct to indirect, the first thing which we need to do is the inverted commas, which will find in direct narration, it will be removed in the indirect narration. যেটো inverted comma reported speech আমি পাও direct narration, indirect কৰোতে আমি তাক কি কৰিব লাগিব, and that উঠাই দিব লাগিব. You can keep those inverted commas when you change narration from direct to indirect. The first thing. The second one is that we also find a comma between reporting verb and reporting speech. তোমালোকে মই আগৰ এক্সাম্পলত সাধাৰণতে দেখিবা যে reporting verbৰ পিছতে এটা কমা আহিছে, তাৰ পিছত ইনভাৰ্টেড কমা ষ্টাৰ্ট হৈছে আৰু ইনভাৰ্টেড কমা ভিতৰত এটা সেন্টেন্স আমি লিখিছো। কিন্তু ইনডাইৰেক্ট নেৰেশ্যন ইনভাৰ্টেড কমা উঠি যাব, লগতে this particular comma is also will be removed. You are going to যাব আর তার ঠাইত কি হ'ব, most of the occasions we use a conjunction, that is that conjunction, because in the indirect narration we have to combine these two sentences, reporting verb and reported speech. এই দুটা বস্তু আমি এটা কৰিবলগীয়া হয়। কমাটো তাক দুভাগ কৰি থৈ দিছে, কিন্তু ইনডাইৰেক্টত আমি তাক এক কৰিব লাগিব। সেইকাৰণে কমাটো উঠাই দিম আৰু তাৰ ঠাইত আমি that conjunction দি পেলাই আমি দুটা সেন্টেন্সৰ আমি কি কৰিম, আমি এটা কৰিম। This is the first rule regarding changing narration from direct to indirect. Okay. I repeat. First, you have to remove the inverted commas from the reported speech. Then you also have to remove the comma, and instead of that you have to put that conjunction, and with the help of that conjunction we will combine these two sentences, reported speech and reported verb and reported speech. This is the first rule regarding changing narration from direct to indirect. The second one is, when we change the narration from direct to indirect, if the tense of the reporting verb is present or future, then we don't have to change the tense of the reported speech. অর্থাৎ narration time indirect কৰিম, মই আপোনাক আগতে সেই কথা তোমাক কৈছিলো যে কিবা কাৰণত যদি ৰিপৰ্টিং ভাৰ্বৰ টেন্সটো যদি প্ৰেজেন্ট বা ফিউচাৰ হয়, তেতিয়া হলে আমি ইনডাইৰেক্ট নেৰেশ্যনত ৰিপৰ্টেড স্পীচৰ টেন্সৰ কোনো সালসলনি কৰিব নালাগে। কি যিটো টেন্সত আছে আমি সেইটো টেন্সত ৰাখিলেই হ'ব। I would like to give you an example of that. For example, the boy says, I will put the bag on the table. So in this particular sentence, you have to identify the two sentences, particularly the tense of these two sentences. The first, reporting verb. Here the tense of the reporting verb is present indefinite. You can see, because after the subject we are using the first form of the verb, and then the tense of the reporting speech is what? I will put. It is simple future, or you can say future indefinite. So when we are going to change this narration from direct to indirect, we have to keep the same tense, simple future. আমি ইয়াত past formula নিয়াৰ কোনো দৰকাৰ নাই। answerটো হ'ব, the boy says that, মই যদি কৈছিলো that conjunction to আহিল, comma to উঠিব, দেখছে না? The comma is removed from this particular indirect narration. Instead of that we are putting that conjunction, and that obviously ল'ৰাটোৱে যেতিয়া কথাটো ক'ব কি বুলি ক'ব আই বুলি ক'ব আই উইল পুট কিন্তু সেই ল'ৰাটোৰ স্পীচটো যদি মই শুনিছো মই যদি থাৰ্ড পাৰ্চন জনক কওঁ গৈ তেতিয়া মই কি বুলি ক'ম হি বুলি ক'ম হি বুলি ক'ম গতিকে হি আৰু টেন্স একেই থাকিব ইয়াতো উইল I will put the bag on the table. So this particular thing is very essential. তোমালোকে খপককে narration দেখি ইনডাইৰেক্ট কৰি নাপালাব ফাৰ্স্ট ৰিপৰ্টিং ভাৰ্বটো চাবা তাৰপিছত ৰিপৰ্টিং স্পীচলৈ যাবা কিছুমান ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে কি কৰে এইটো ভালকৈ নোচোৱাকৈ চিধাই ইয়াক কৰেছপণ্ডেন্স পাষ্টলৈ লৈ যায় পাষ্ট ফৰ্মলৈ বস্তুটো কনভাৰ্ট কৰি দিয়ে কিন্তু সেইটো কেতিয়া কৰিব লাগিব if the tense of the reporting verb is past if it is present that is not necessary present if you do that your answer will be wrong okay so I think that's all for today in my next video I will continue the narration and I will explain you few more other important things regarding narrations particularly the rules which we have to follow when we sense narration this two is not enough we need few more things and I will discuss them in my next video thank you for listening to me have a nice day